We start off Mello TV Sports with netball as top Jamaican goal shooter Janelle Fowler today scored 55 of 56 attempts as she led her West Coast Fever team to a narrow 66-65 win over the Giants in the Suncorp Super Netball League in Australia. Fowler added 1 assist and 1 rebound as her team had to battle back from losing the first 2 quarters. In yesterday's action, Shimona Nelson scored 41 of 43 attempts as herself and wing defense Jodian Ward helped their Collingwood Magpies beat the NSW Swifts 63-53. Shamira Sterling and Latanya Wilson and their Adelaide Thunderbirds team suffered a narrow 58-59 loss to the Sunshine Coast Lightning, while Kadian Dehaney and the Melbourne Vixens were 66-64 winners over the Ramelda Aiken and the Queensland Firebirds. Aiken scored 39 of 43 attempts. Kevin Durant scored 42 points and Kyrie Irving added 39 as the Brooklyn Nets took control in their second quarter and pulled away in the third for a 141-126 rout of the hosts Boston Celtics in Game 4 of their NBA first-round matchup series. The Nets, the number 2 seed in the East, led the series 3-1 and can secure their first trip to the conference semifinals since 2014 tomorrow night in Brooklyn. If they win, they will face the 3rd-seeded Milwaukee Bucks in the second round, who have already swept the Miami Heat 4-0. Meanwhile, Irving said fans in NBA arenas are treating players like they're in a human zoo after a supporter was arrested for throwing a water bottle at the Brooklyn Nets guard last night. The bottle narrowly missed Irving as he left the court following the Nets' win over Boston. It comes as 5 spectators were given indefinite bans after separate incidents last week. Also last night, Atlanta's Trae Young torched the visiting New York Knicks for 27 points and led the Atlanta Hawks to a 113-96 win in Game 4, giving them a 3-1 lead in the series. In taking this game, Atlanta extended their home winning streak to 13 games, the longest active run in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard had 29 points and 10 rebounds to help the Los Angeles Clippers even their Western Conference first-round series against the hosts Dallas Mavericks with a 106-81 win in Game 4. 6 Suns players scored in double figures as Phoenix won 100-92 and tied the series 2-2 as well after a haphazard performance by the Los Angeles Lakers. We kick it over to football news now. Jamaica's Reggae Boys should be about now in Japan for 3 friendly internationals as they prepare for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Now Jamaica will face Japan on June 3 in Sapporo. On June 7, they will take on Serbia in Kobe before a game against the Japan Olympic team in Nagoya on June 12. Meanwhile, Brazil will host the Copa America for the 2nd consecutive time after Colombia and Argentina were stripped of hosting rights for the tournament. South African football body CONMEBOL announced the decision today, hours after it had ruled out Argentina amid an increase in COVID-19 cases in the country. Colombia were removed as a co-host for the competition on May 20 following political demonstrations. CONMEBOL said the tournament is confirmed to take place between June 13 and July 10. More than 460,000 people have died from COVID-19 in Brazil, with many analysts expecting another wave of the disease to hit the country by late June. Argentina is facing a surge in coronavirus infections, with strict lockdown measures imposed last weekend amid a 7-day average of 35,000 cases and 500 deaths. Brazil are the defending champions after winning the competition back in 2019 as the hosts. Sergio Aguero is to leave Manchester City to join Barcelona on a contract until the end of the 2022-2023 season. Barcelona say Argentina's Aguero's buyout clause is set at £86 million and have confirmed that the striker will formally sign his contract today, while also saying he has passed his medical. The 32-year-old Argentine leaves City after 10 years at the club, during which he became their all-time leading goal scorer with 260 goals in 390 games. His last appearance came off the bench in Saturday's Champions League final defeat by Chelsea. Aguero, who was signed from Atletico Madrid back in 2011, has been restricted in his appearances this season due to injuries and illness. On to tennis news. Naomi Osaka has been warned that she could be expelled from the French Open if she continues to refuse to speak to the media. The four-time Grand Slam singles champion has been fined $15,000 after she did not conduct a post-match press conference following her first-round win against Romania Patricia Maria Tig yesterday. Osaka announced last Wednesday via social media that she would not participate in mandatory media interviews, citing mental health reasons. Meanwhile, defending champion Iga Swiatek today celebrated her 20th birthday with a victory over Slovenia's Kaja Jovan in the first round. The Polish 8th seed beat her best friend on the tour 6-love 7-5. Now, 2019 U.S. champion Bianca Andreescu became the highest-ranked player to exit the women's draw. The Canadian 6th seed lost 6-7, 7-6, and 9-7 to world number 85 Tamara Zindansek of Slovenia. There was also disappointment for Dutch 16th seed Kiki Bertens, who was beaten 6-1, 3-6, 6-4 by Slovenia's Polona Hercog. Now to end tonight's sports package, we present you with the play of the night, Ante Rebic's goal for AC Milan versus Juventus.
Rebic! Oh, that is a peach! What a fantastic finish! And Paulo Dybala, presumably about to come on, looks away in abject disgust. Ante Rebic.
And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Tamara Mikhail.